Hey everybody, so I said I was going to do a review on the V8 X-Baby RBA. I told you I was going to be building my own coils when I did the unboxing of the G-Priv 230 watt. This is the G-Priv 2 with a touchscreen display. So if you want to watch the unboxing of that, just go back to the link. Actually, there should be a link right here or one over here somewhere. But if you want to watch that, click on that link, watch the unboxing. Here is the V8 X-Baby RBA, as you can see right there. And now this is for I paid $18.89 for this. I bought two of them. And I did not do an unboxing of it because there's a few unboxing videos of this. But I'll just show you the quick packaging and the information in here. So it comes with the it says it brings you a smooth taste, and with dual coils installed it comes out to 0.35 dual coils, and it comes with the RBA core, Allen key screwdriver, replacement screws, and 2 sealing rings. It comes with 4 replacement screws. So basically all there is in the box is, like I said, I just told you, and the cotton. They give you some cotton. I was going to do an unboxing video and a build with the coils that was in it, and it didn't turn out very good at all because it's my first time building, and plus the cotton that comes with this kit and the coils are absolute junk. I do not recommend anybody to use the coils that comes in the kit or the cotton. I don't know why SMOK is cheaping out on this. I know you can buy aftermarket coils, Claptons, whatever you want to call them, and there is much better out there. But they should have gave you at least a half decent set of alien Claptons or something with this fused alien coils. These are just plain Jane junk coils. Now I don't have the coils any longer, so I can't tell you anything about them. But right now I have installed. I have a package here, it's open already. So right now what I have installed would be these Pirate coils, and they are an A1 pre-made coil. These are alien Claptons, and they are 0.45, and there's 10 a pack. So this is what I'm using right now into my RBA. I'll open it up and show you the coil. Set that down, and here is the coil. Get focus. So this is just a flat coil, alien fused Clapton, 0.45. There's only 5 wraps on this. If you want to make this a 6 wrap, you can, because you cut your leads pretty short anyway in this RBA. So you can cut this down. Let me focus it or zoom in here a little better. Okay, so you can cut this fused Clapton down to right about there, as you can see, and you can actually get probably one more wrap out of this, so you can make it a 6. You can probably also make it a 7. If you do that, you're going to, I think it increases or lessens. I'm not 100% sure. I'm new to this, so, but you can do that, you guys. So here is my coils, and this is what I have installed in my RBA. I'm not going to be installing a coil with you guys. I'm going to show you how to wick it, because that's the most important thing of the RBA. Now, that said, another thing, do not use the Allen key or tool that comes in this box. It will strip out your little screws that goes into the post. This here, no good. Don't use it. I don't know why SMOK even gives you this tool, because you put it in to your Allen key screw and there's play. And then right off the bat I stripped out one screw. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it out. I should be able to get it out, and it's not in my RBA, it's in my wife's, but I should have no problems getting it out. Now like I said, learn from my experience, do not use this. So, thank God they give you an extra package in here of the extra O-ring and the, I don't know if they call them grommet screws or post screws, deck screws, whatever you want to call them. They give you 4 of those. What do they call them here? They have replacement screws, that's all they say. So, I'm going to put this stuff back in here. And the cotton, garbage, don't use it, absolute garbage. So basically when you purchase this, I only paid 18 and change, we'll say $19 for this. And it was worth the buy. This SMOK RBA X-Baby RBA is a good RBA. I'm going to give you my review right now on this RBA before I even show you the build. Now this RBA, as you can see right here, I've already used this for about a week, and here's the coils. As you can see, this is a week of use. They're pretty black. You can turn them looking like new. I just rinsed it underneath water, hot water, cleaned out the deck, and basically the cotton was still pretty good. I didn't even have to change the cotton out. You should be able to get away, depending on how heavy of a vapor you are and what kind of juice you use, you should be able to get away, I'd say probably 3 weeks to the cotton without changing your cotton. These coils should be able to stay in there for a month or so, maybe 2 months. Just keep an eye on your coils and watch how they burn when you change your cotton out. Watch how they're burning, make sure they're burning good. So anyways, this is a week use. As you can see, there's the coils. We're going to put this together and screw it onto the mod. I'm going to make sure there's no water in here. Clean it off. Don't want to get any water into the mod. So let's just wipe this down. I always wash out my tank every time I do a clean. This will be my first clean, but when I had 3 exchangeable coils, I always take the coils out and I boil them and put them away and have another one on the go. I clean the tank out, make sure there's nothing in there to block the air or the wicking ports. Okay, so let's put the deck onto the bottom of the tank. Like so. Don't need to tighten things right down tight either, you guys, because that's just cause you problems with when this does get hot and then it'll expand and you're gonna have a hard time getting things apart later on. And yeah, so I thought I'd bring that to your attention. So let's put this on the mod. Now these are a 0.45. As you can see right here, it says 0.45 on the coils. Focus. And when I do my build, it comes out to about a 0.17, 0.18. I seen it at 0.19 on my wife's there, but that's as far as it goes off. So it's pretty accurate, you guys. So we're going to set these aside. We're not going to need them anymore. We're going to set the RB case to the side. And we're going to fire this up and clean those coils. So I'm going to unlock it. Right now I have it set at 79 watts. With the 0.17 and 18, you'll be able to fire your mod up to about anywhere ranging from the best vape that I found was 65 to 100 watts. 100 watts was getting really hot, so my comfortable spot with this was a 79, 75, 79 watts. 80, you know, that's the most comfortable 75 watts. So let's fire this up, and we're going to get these coils looking just like new. Focus. Come on. So we're going to, it's locked. Great features that on a Jeep Rev, you guys, you can lock that trigger button. It's a new coil, yes. Now I'm getting a 28.28 on this coil. So it's there's a reason for that. I imagine maybe the post screws are loose or something. I'm going to check that. But we're going to find out here soon. Maybe it'll adjust itself. Let's just heat this coil up and see what's going on. I'm just going to pulse it. See how she's heating up, you guys. From the center out. One coil is hotter than the other. I'm seeing that right now. So cool down. And when you put those coils in, you guys, you want to make sure, I can get something here to point with. You want to make sure that these coils are right beside this air vent, because that's where your air comes out. It's very important that you have them lined up with that. Same here on this side. Now you can see my coils are installed and they are perfect. They're the right height. They're lined up perfectly with the air vents, and they're not really close. There is a little bit of a gap there, if you can see. Not too much. As far as back up again, see if that other coil is. Oh, there's a hot spot in it. So they're both firing about the same now. So let's just let that cool off. Now you can see, after just cleaning and rinsing underwater, my camera is being a pain in the butt. So after just taking the deck apart and, you know, not even brushing the coils, just putting the coils under some warm water, rinsing it off, and you know, wiping the excess water off, blowing it off, and putting it on the mod, and doing this, that's how clean the coils come, you guys. And those coils should last you for a while. So if you buy coils, and you know, you can get them on eBay, you can get some really good coils on there. It should last you for quite a while. So don't be changing your coils out every week. It's stupid to do that. These coils should last you well. So I'm going to lock the mod. It's locked. And I don't have much battery here, so I'm going to have to work fast. As you can see, my battery is going dead. So the main video I want to do with you guys was to the wicking process of this. And you hang on a second. I'm going to go get the proper Allen key if I have one. So it's not a big deal to install the coils. Patience, yeah. You know, if you don't have the proper tools, yes, you can. It can be a pain in the butt. And I don't have the proper tools here right now. All I have is a pair of scissors, tweezers, and you know, a screwdriver. And this is a 3mm. And this here coils I have installed is a 3mm. So if anybody has any questions out there, can I install a 3mm coil in these with no problems? Yes, you can. Look at the space. Look at the space you have there between your air. If I have to point it out to you. But you can see right here. This is where your air is. I have all kinds of space there, you guys. And it's the same thing for the other side. And these are a 3mm coil. A 2mm coil, actually a 2.5mm coil would probably be perfect. But I'm going to let you know right now, a 2.5mm coil is probably a little harder to wick. Some people's going to tell me no, that's not true. But yes, it is. It's true. A 3mm coil is going to be easier to wick. And when you put your wick down in here into your tank, well, I guess you should say your little holes down there where it absorbs the juice up. I'm going to show you a little trick with that. A lot of people say, oh, I get dry hits with this RBA. Well, there's different ways of wicking, and there's different ways of wicking can work. It's all done by trial and error. Okay, so I found the right Allen key, and this key here fits much better than the one original came with it. This would be probably perfect for poking down the cotton down in here in your juice ports, well ports, or whatever you want to call it, blah 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 blah. So we're going to set that to a side. We don't need these anymore because I just tested to see if the screws were nice and tight. Let's just see what the it says 0.28 now. I don't know if that's what it said last time or not. I can't remember. But I'm going to unlock it. Actually, I'm going to shut it off. Power off. So I'm going to power this off. I'm going to take this coil off my mod, or take the mod tank off my mod. We're going to let it set. Now, look how clean those coils are, you guys. Isn't that nice? I mean, these are a week old, and I am a big time vapor, and basically I use a lot of coil, or a lot of juice, and I'm using dark juice, white juice, whatever you can use. Okay, so on to the wicking, you guys. Now, I'm going to let you know I'm not 100% sure on the cotton, the organic cotton that people said they're using, but I'm going to give you a review on the cotton that I'm using. And for the week that I've used this cotton, this is called the cotton bacon, and this is the prime. And I'm going to tell you right now that this bacon, cotton bacon, let me zoom out here a little bit. This cotton bacon is absolutely superb. It wicks really good. It's easy to work with. And let's just open this up. Here, if I can zoom out a little bit. So this is it right here. I'm going to take it all out just so you can see it. So here it is. You get your little pieces. This is a piece from the last time I wicked. I just basically pulled it in half, and that's what I'm going to use for my next wicking process. But here is your cotton bacon. You roll up a little ball and you take it out, and you can see that's quite thick. That's quite thick, you guys. And you take and rip that in half. Let's say right about there. And you just take it and you roll it up, just like rolling a cigarette or a joint. Your joint rollers out there should be perfect at this. But that might be almost too much. But how do you tell? Now, a 3mm coil, you guys, it's just common sense. So feel in the middle of your cotton and kind of roll it really tight, okay? And you'll see how thick that is. Now, when this juice, or when this cotton gets wet, it's going to absorb, and it's going to loosen up a little bit. After using a little bit, this is going to loosen up a little bit. So as you can see, this would probably be a little bit too much, but when you peel, you can peel a little more off, just stick it with the other one and roll up, and you know, you can work with it. This cotton bacon is pretty good stuff to work with. It's easy to work with. You should not have a problem. Now this one length right here, you guys, as you can see, should be enough to do 2 coils. Okay, so I'm going to put this in. Now, you see how many is in here. There's supposed to be, I think they said 0.35 ounces, 10 grams of cotton. And then you can see, here's 10 grams of cotton. It's nice stuff. There's no smell to it. There's no taste to it when you first use it, which I've been doing a lot of reading. People were saying that, hey, there's some cotton out there that's got some taste. So let's just set that in there. And this here, in my opinion, is really convenient cotton. It's in a nice little pouch, and you can take it with you on the go. But it's got a little Ziploc on top, and there's absolutely no taste or no break-in with this cotton. So I'm gonna leave it at that. It's very good stuff. I've never tried the regular bacon, cotton bacon. I think they call it V2, and there's some people out there that says it's their choice, and they say it's absolutely really good. And there's some people out there that says there is some taste in the V2, but I can guarantee you there's no break-in period with the Prime, because I'm a new vapor and I would know right off the bat if there's any taste. So we're done with the cotton. So let's get to the wick in this X-Baby RBA. We're going to zoom in here, and if you guys have any questions, you know, feel free to ask. This is what I'm here for. I'm here for you guys. So I'm going to take this cotton here. As you can see, there it is. I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to wipe off my scissors before I do anything. I don't want to get anything into my clean cotton. There it is. I might need to zoom out a little bit. So I'm going to take about half. As you can see, there's half. I'm just going to snip this. And that'll be enough cotton to do both coils. Okay? So there's two things of cotton right there. I'm going to trying to make this as quick as possible for you guys. I know some people fall asleep with my videos, and I don't. Hey, wake the fuck up! No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so pardon my language. I probably won't be able to get moderated for that. So take and roll your cotton up like this, and just twist the end of it. And that feels perfect for you know, for these 3mm coils. Now I'll show you again close up. Now I know these ones are perfect. You roll the center of this up, and you roll it fairly tight, and you look at it, and you can pretty much guess from doing that, you guys, and looking at these coils. You want this cotton to be somewhat tight in these coils. I'm going to tell you that right now. And while I'm wicking this, I'm going to explain to you why, because I've done it. I've wicked these. I've wicked this 3 times now with the ship cotton, and I've wicked it once with the bacon, which the bacon was much easier to work with, mind you. But I noticed that if you don't wick these coils somewhat tight, see, look, I'm pulling on them quite tight. Everybody says, oh, not too tight to move the coil around. Well, I'm not really moving them coils around too much, but that is somewhat tight. And I will admit that I like my wick tight in my coils. I don't like spit back. Neither do you. And like I said, once you start juicing this up, this is going to absorb. It's going to lose some of its, I don't know, intensity, whatever you want to call it. It's not going to be as tight. I can prove it to you. I should have taken the coil apart. When I took the old cotton out, it wasn't as tight in here. But I can guarantee you right now, if this is not tight, to the point of, let me zoom in and show you what I mean by tight. If I can get this to work for me. There we go. So you see, I want to make sure that's locked. Oh, it's off. Okay, great. Now this is my coil. And what I mean by tight, you see, I can move the cotton back and forth, but it's not really moving the coil too much. It is moving the coil somewhat. That's how I like my cotton in my coils. A lot of people's going to say, oh shit, don't do that because you're going to get a lot of spit or dry hits. I've never got a dry hit yet. So, I don't know, maybe I got lucky on the last one, but I'll let you know on this one. So take your cotton, and you just take and run it down the side, like that. And you can see, here's your fill port, I can show you here. It's probably hard for you to see. But you see those little holes right there? That's where your juice goes in. You want to be able to put that cotton down to the bottom of your tank and cut that cotton to right about where the, we'll say where the blue is. Okay, so I'm going to cut my cotton to right about where the blue is. Okay. You got to remember one thing, you guys. You do not want to, see, I'm going to show you right now. I need something else besides my finger. Yeah, you guys, this is a shitty video. Come on, focus, zoom out, do something. Okay, so if I can get this to focus and work with me here so the video ain't so damn long. You see where my cotton is right now? Okay? You see it's right down to the blue, and there's the fill ports. You just want that cotton to sit in there. You don't want to ram that cotton in there. You know, you don't, I shouldn't say ram it in there. You don't want to have the cotton clear down here and trying to put that cotton in the bottom of your reservoir. Because if you do, then you will get dry hits. It doesn't matter how tight your cotton is from the coils. Coils, as long as the cotton can absorb the juice up into that, and which it always will, I can guarantee you'll never get a dry hit. So definitely most important thing, I see people out there say, don't brush out your cotton, it's a waste of time. Those people, don't listen to them because, well, I shouldn't say don't listen to them, but it's very important you brush out your cotton. Because right now, this is thick, okay? My cotton is thick. I'm gonna sit this down here so you guys can see. So this cotton is thick on the end because due to the fact that it's thick through my coil, it's thick on the ends. So how to get that out is to brush it. To brush it, brush. Don't be afraid to brush your cotton out on the ends and peel the old excess stuff off, set it to a side. And also I like to do is if they're too wide, I'll peel or trim off, and I'll trim off a little bit at a time, like so. Okay. Now I'll brush it out again. Okay, so that's what it looks like before I tuck that in, and I want you guys to look at it. There it is. See how I cut some off the side right here? Beautiful. That's going to be a perfect wick. Now I like to use my Allen key. That shit Allen key that they gave you. This is what this comes to perfect for. So we're going to take this and we're going to sit this back down here and get it focused. And we're going to tuck away the cotton. I'm going to do it so I can see. I'll show you after. I'm going to tuck away my cotton down into the reservoir. And when you get your juice on there, you can shape it and do whatever you want because it's much easier. So let's just get that down in there. That's what it looks like after. If I can get it focused. That's what it looks like after, you guys. No problems. This is how I wicked it last time. Never had a problem. I will show you I don't have a problem. So I'm going to just get through to the process of wicking this up quickly. I showed you pretty much the steps, and you guys just watch along now and let me get this done so the video is not 3 days long. My tweezers I ordered, my tools I ordered are not here yet, so I'm working with tools that I find that's convenient for at this point in time. So let me brush this out. Pull off a little excess because it is quite thick there on the end. Let me just pull some of this out. It doesn't have to be pretty, you guys. It's not a piece of art. So let's just see if we can tuck this in. Actually, I need to trim some up the side. So you flatten your cotton out. You see how it's got a wing on it there? Well, I'm going to get rid of that because that's something that just is not needed. So let's just kind of cut that off there. Now let's tuck this in away down into the tank. You don't want to fill that right full, because if you do, you're going to get dry hits. That's where you're getting your dry hits from. People's putting too much wick down into the reservoir. Okay, let's clean that up a little bit. I tell you, it don't have to be pretty when it don't. So that's what it looks like there. Okay, you guys? That's all you need. That's all you need. The other side. I want to make sure I'm doing this right myself, because I don't want to have to take this apart and be re-wicking after the video. I also want to show you guys and make sure you guys see that putting your cotton, your coil or your cotton in these coils a little bit tight doesn't hurt. Stop the spit back. I hate spit back. Okay, so I got that there. We're going to trim up this this cotton. I'm going to fan it out like so. Okay, now we're going to tuck that down in there. I'm going to grab my tweezers, or my Allen tool key, which is no good for deck to screws, so I found a use for it anyway. Another thing too is, when you get your wick in there, jam this in there a few times. Maybe even take a pointy end of your scissors, pack it down there to make sure it's loosened up on the inside there. So we're going to do this side, pull off the excess, it's not needed. And we're going to fan it out and trim off the side because it's a little too wide. One thing working with cotton, you guys, you get this shit all over the place. So we're going to snip that corner off, and we're going to fan this out a little bit, or brush it out I should say. Pull off a little bit that you got there that you took out, and poke that down in there. That might be still a little too long just by looking at it. I'm going to cut a little more off, and now I'm going to stick that down in there. It feels good going down in there. It's not real tight. Remember, you don't want to be real tight. You want to be, you know, sensible getting that down in that tank, that reservoir. Now, this is where it comes in to molding your cotton, I call it. So I'm going to zoom in. This is what it looks like. I've got my cotton down there. It's not the prettiest right now. It's not art like everybody else does on YouTube when they're doing their reviews on this stuff. So this is my juice. I have a 60 ml bottle of fruit cocktail and whipped cream, and this is really good stuff. So I'm going to put that on there, prime my coils. So I'm going to put that on there like so. Don't overdo it. Do each end of your cotton. Don't make a mess. Just give it time, it'll absorb it right in there. Make sure it's on your coils really good. That should be all we'll need. Now take your tool again while that's soaking up, and you just basically conform this now to make it look good. If you're all worried about looks, you'll never see it, but you know, stick it down in there. You might want to reach down underneath here and pull the cotton up a little bit just to make it look good. Make sure you know it's going to wick. This cotton bacon really wicks really good, you guys. Like, you don't need to worry about too much of a wicking issue on this. Just make sure you got your cotton down in there, and not a whole bunch, because that's the whole most important thing right there of wicking. There, I'm done. Tout fini. So, you guys do the same build the way I did it. Make sure your cotton is in the coils and it's you know, fairly snug in there, because you don't want spit back, and nobody likes spit back. So I'm going to show you. No one likes spit back, and if you make sure the cotton is in them coils nice and snug, you won't get any spit back. That's the most important thing. And make sure your tails are going down into your tank. Now you should be able to just see the holes. You should be able to just see your cotton peeking there. Okay, that's it. You just should be able to see your cotton peeking in those holes. Not clear down, rammed into the bottom of your deck, because you're going to get dry hits. That's the most important part. I've never had any dry hits from this. I've chain vaped from it like you wouldn't believe. So let's put this tank together. Let's zoom back out. So I cleaned out my tank. I'm going to have to make sure everything's dry. Let me get this apart. Clean out in there. Always clean your tank, you guys. Always make sure it's nice and clean. I had a rubber come off somewhere, so I'm going to have to see where that right there. See, I had that rubber come off there. Now if I didn't notice that, I would have had some leakage going on. So just dry it all off, make sure it's all nice and dry. I'm going to close this back up, and I'm going to get this O-ring. See this O-ring? That come off the bottom of the chimney, I call it. And make sure that that is on there, because if you don't, you're going to get water juice down into your chimney, and you're going to have spit back for sure. Another one. Another thing too is, this is the cover for your RBA. You want to make sure when you wash this, you clean it, blow it out. You don't want no water in there. Make sure you got your air ports all dried out, like so. Clean this off. I'm going to screw this back down onto the RBA deck. That's another thing too. You see this right here? It spins around. You need to make sure that that's not touching any coils. That's a must. That's where your air travels, is down through there. It goes through your top of your coil, down along the sides here, and comes out through the bottom and blows on to, or right here, to your coils. Helps keep your coil cool, and that's where you get your good stuff from. So you want to put that on and reverse it sometimes, make sure it's going on properly. Screw it down. Don't tighten it, because if you tighten it, you're going to have problems. Okay, now I'm going to put together my tank. I'm going to fill this baby up. Another must I'm going to show you right now. Just snug that down like that. Don't tighten it. Take this off your mod, because you don't want to strip out your threads on your mod. You don't want to be able to have it, you know, these will just spin around and you won't be able to get it off. So take it off, only takes a second, and just snug up your tank, not real tight, and put it back on. Now we're going to zoom out. Zoom out. So there. Our drip tip back on. It's nice and clean. I'm going to fill this sucker up. Very good juice, you guys. Fruit cocktail and whipped cream. Yummy. I've tried a lot of e-juice out there. I'm telling you right now. It's hard to find e-juice that you like. And it's so goddamn expensive. They're just going right overboard with the prices on e-juice. It needs to stop. Because who wants to pay